Hello to everyone at Lighthouse and to any visitors tuning in. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for watching. At the moment this week we are looking again at Ephesians, working through the letter that Paul wrote to the Ephesian church. And today we have just one verse, Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 22. Although to make sense of it, I'm going to read to you from verse 22 to verse 24. You were taught, with regard to your former way of life, to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. So verse 22 just reads, you were taught, with regard to your former way of life, to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires. It's a very short passage, but it contains a momentous truth, a revelation that Christians cannot live without. That as a Christian, you are a new creation. You are not who you were. That you are reborn. That your old self has gone, buried with Christ. And the new self is created in God's image to be like Christ himself. Profound ideas. So much could be said here about the new self and the new life. I'm supposed to be talking about the old self. Hopefully tomorrow you hear more about the new self, or as the older translations used to call it, you might be more familiar with the concept of the old man. I guess we're being a bit less sexist these days. So this is not about trying hard to be different. This is not about living by a whole load of rules and regulations, really struggling to be good. It's not about that. It's about learning to be who you are now. Let me take you through a kind of illustration. Imagine that you live in a failed state, that your country is torn to bits by war and poverty and all the other dreadful things that go with the failure of a state. You yourself are enslaved by an evil criminal master who requires you to do unspeakable things. Life is miserable, there is no hope, and there's no way out. And then one day, somebody comes along and picks you out and says, I have a new life for you. And you go with them, they rescue you, and they take you into a royal palace in another country, a country that's well governed and successful and prosperous. They give you new clothes, they feed you, they give you a calling, purpose to serve the king of this new nation, and lovely accommodation. And you settle in and you start to live your new life. But something in you struggles because there are old habits that die hard. There are old attitudes of fear and of being persecuted, of being hated, of being counted worthless, that are still there in your memory. There are old practices that you got so used to, like, just looking out for yourself, like stealing bread if you see it somewhere. Taking maybe what's not yours if you get the opportunity because you're so desperate. Those habits, those ways of life, those things that have kind of stuck to you and come with you to your new life, hold you back. There's no need to be afraid anymore. You're not in need anymore. You have a king who loves you, who cares for you, who's given you everything. Your new self, your new man, is going to take some getting used to, some learning about, some training, some effort. And you're going to have to sometimes say no when the old life comes back to you and you think, yeah, actually there's a sort of a weird, bizarre hankering for something that it was familiar. There were people I knew there. There's stuff I've left there that I kind of bizarrely miss. We have this verse in Ephesians says, leave it behind. It's not your stuff anymore. Your stuff is over here in the new kingdom. We just have to learn to live there. We just have to learn to say no to the old and live in the new. And that's what this verse is all about. Don't let those old deceitful desires pull you back. God bless you, Lighthouse, and everyone watching, and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.